before I answer any questions, I want to just say what a great job our second unit did being prepared to come out and play down the stretch, especially on, a second night, looking at a back-to-back. These guys were ready to come out and play, and they played well together.
The decision to play the second unit was crucial. So what went into that?
Well, a lot of it was the momentum of the game in which they were going. They had done a great job getting stops. They sustained some runs. And then I looked also over at our bench, and Cole getting hit last night, bumped around a little bit. Obama falling down, getting hit a little bit. And our guys just being a little banged up. Jalen, understanding, trying to control his minutes with the ankle. But I just wanted to be smart. And that group had such a great chemistry and camaraderie going. We just stayed with it.
I know Gary Harris and Terrence Ross brought incredible professionalism, leadership to this locker room, but obviously tonight it was their on-the-court play that was just how proud are you of those two guys?
Well, being out there, they had a chance to be out there with, Mo Wagner, Chuma, RJ, and that their ability to just play and read off of one another. And that's what you look for. You talk about the times early in the year when some of those young guys were out there with the vets. Now they continue to build that chemistry with one another. But again, my hat's off to them for being able to come in and play well with one another and continue to form that, that chemistry on the court.
Staying composed after the Pelicans erased that silly third quarter. What did you see from your team as far as kind of gathering themselves to make sure that they didn't lose control?
Well, it's, learning from each experience, the other night, coming back, being down and then understanding that teams are going to press and how we sustain that, how we handle that. Again, it's a great experience for these guys to feel and understand. So I think they did a good job of bouncing back after that run.
We were talking before the league's best defensive rating since the All-Star break. Tonight just 1 points and 7 of 31. Did you like your defense overall?
Well, that's 2 nights in a row, holding teams, to 102. So I think that's what we talk about. We're going to hang our hats on the defensive end, and our guys are understanding that. Just happened tonight, we ended up making some shots. But again, our ability to sit down and guard is what we're going to hang our hats on every nightly.
Go ahead, Joel.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Coach. With the game tied at 73, I think, in the third quarter, what did you see from the team during that run and how they responded to kind of the pressure that New Orleans put on you guys there in the third quarter? And what does that say about the way this team is growing and learning how to manage and win games?
Well, it's just the growth from game to game, understanding when you're out there with different guys, different lineups, different rotations, understanding what we're trying to accomplish. You got to sit down and guard, and then being willing to make the extra pass, the next pass, and stepping into your shot when you're open. We had some guys make some key plays down the stretch, and I think that like I said, that second unit did such a great job of, sustaining and holding each other down.
Kobe Price, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Jamal, what does it say about guys like Gary and guys like Terrence? Their minutes may fluctuate. They may not. There have been recent games they may not play, but then they come through for you, playing more minutes in the fourth quarter than they have in a minute.
That's exactly right. Kobe, those guys do a great job of staying ready, staying prepared. You talk about a second night of a back-to-back, and these guys being willing to step into their role. No matter what they're asked to do, they've done it. They've been professionals, on the court as well as off the court. And they're great examples for some of these young men on our team to continue to help them grow and get better.
Anything else for Coach Mosley? All right. Thank you.
Good job of just defending as a team. We were all locked in. We were all tied together on a string. And we were able to, get stops, and at the same time as we get stops, turn that into easy offense for us.
Since the All-Star break, you guys actually have
For real?
Yeah.
Yes. It's pretty cool. Nice.
So what have you attributed that to? Is that just sort of locking in? Is that protecting the paint, getting back in transition?
A combination of all that. I think the main thing has been that just as a team, we've been really tied together on a string. Like we just rotations, we've been on point with that. Just having each other's backs and then just making multiple efforts as a team. I think that's really just been the key to, our defense being what it is right now.
The second unit finished strong there down the stretch. What did you see from them, especially Gary and Terrence?
I thought the second unit did a great job. So, we went and got the win. So, shout out to them. Shout out to the second squad, man. Terrence had a nice little 360 dunk. That was nice. That was really nice.
What is Gary and Terrence meant for you? Obviously, they have years of type of guys?
Oh man, you know, those the old heads, man. You know, Gary not as old as Terrence. Terrence is very old. And you know, at times I start to think that his age is starting to get to him, but then I see him do a 360 dunk like that, and I'm like, yeah, he got another 10 years in the league. So nah, shout out to the vets.
When CJ makes that tie at 73, what do you think of that point? What do you think of the way the team was?
I'm not even gonna lie. I could barely see where the score was half the game, just because I think one of the scoreboards is out on the side. Matter of fact, we was going on. So, I mean, I knew it was getting close. I just saw them getting bucket after bucket after bucket. But yeah, I thought we responded pretty well. You know, we just didn't get flustered. Kind of stayed together. I thought we got some pretty good looks, and that let us get that lead back up a little bit. And we did a great job of holding that lead.
Phil Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic Daily.
Hey, Cole, kind of expanding on that. How much does it say about the growth of this team that you guys were able to kind of take that punch from New Orleans, punch back and take the lead, and that your defense has really been kind of the catalyst for everything since the All-Star break?
I'm sorry, what was the beginning of that question?
What does it say about the team and the growth of the team that you're able to kind of take that punch from New Orleans and punch back to reestablish the lead, and that your defense is really starting to come into its own again?
It means a lot. I mean, you know, it's super, super cool to, I mean, when he said that, I actually didn't know that we had the highest rated defense since the All-Star break. So that's really reassuring, and that's really good to hear. Just, you know, we work hard as a team. Everyone works that hard individually, and we work hard for each other. So just, you know, kind of see us start to get some wins, you know, and to be recognized at least according to what he said, the best defensive team in the NBA. That's pretty cool stuff. It's cool stuff.
Kobe Price, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Cole, how are you feeling? We see you got hit yesterday, and we see you got the stitches right above your nose. How are you feeling right now?
I'm cool, man. You know, I'm hooping, man, doing what I love, bro. I ain't got no complaints. Life is good.
And when did you realize, you know, you said the scoreboard was out on the end you guys were going on? When did you realize like the bench was taking over in the way they did, I guess, and that they're going into the fourth?
You said when did what?
You realized that the bench was taking over in that way, and that they were going to, I guess, play out the rest of the quarter.
Once I seen it get down to about 6 minutes, 5 minutes, we were on the bench talking. We like, yeah, I think they probably not gonna put us back in. And we start knocking on wood, just because, you know, we just ain't know. So, and then, you know, Mose kept looking over at us a few times. So I'm like, is he about to sell us back in? And then once it gets down to like 3 minutes, I'm like, yeah, there ain't no way we're going back in this game. And I think Gary at one point told us that he's like, yo, y'all get some rest, some R&R, some rest and relaxation. Y'all chill out. And then he went and did that 360 layup where it got blocked. And I was like, oh, maybe we might go back in the game. But you know, shout out to the second squad. They did their thing.
All right. Thank you, Cole.
And smart, understanding time, score situation, where I felt like we did a good job of. We had some turnovers at the end, but you know, we kind of stayed with it, played through it, you know, played smart enough to get the win.
Coach Mosley has raved about you that year, professionalism, leadership. How much confidence does that give you, knowing?
I mean, I just have confidence in myself to go out there and play regardless. I mean, this is 10 years for me, so there's not much I haven't seen. So I've been through these situations before as a younger guy. So, you know, being in these rebuilds as a vet, you kind of get a different perspective. So, you know, just staying with it and just, you know, trying to finish everything strong and help the younger guys kind of learn as much as they can.
Since the All-Star break, you guys have the number one defensive rating. What are you seeing with your team to kind of stifle your opponents?
We're just playing together. You know, understanding that, you know, what our defense can do for our team. You know, it's, you know, a lot of what we do. It helps our offense tremendously, you know, when we're tied in on a string on defense. And I think for the most part, it's just we understand what we're supposed to be doing. We understand the coverages, the lingo, situations. So I think it's just accumulation of everybody learning, of the younger guys learning a lot and, you know, taking it from practice and putting it onto the court.
If you feel like this team is making really good strides now? You know, obviously we've got a month left in the season. Do you feel like you guys are headed in the right direction?
No, for sure. I mean, we definitely, you know, we started the season kind of rough, but you know, we're definitely coming around and understanding what it takes to win games. So, you know, anytime you can do that and get that clear understanding, you know, it makes everything easier going forward.
12 of your points started a pretty short period of the game and come back. Can you walk us through what you were trying to accomplish during that period or how that came about? And I don't know if you have a whole set about you said you really don't want sometimes series.
Yeah.
So maybe you talk about it.
I mean, it's just playing, man. I mean, the game is pretty much, you know, all I know up to this point in my life. So I'm always going to play. I'm always going to do, you know, what I do. And really just staying aggressive. But yeah, man, I mean, yeah, I'm a little older, a lot older than these guys. So anytime they see me do something like that, they're always acting like I'm older than I am. But it's fun, man. We're all having fun. And that's one thing I can say about this team that, you know, regardless of what's happening, we're going to have fun.
Joel. Oh, no.
Philip Rossman-Reich, Orlando Magic.
Hang on, Joel.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, obviously that's pretty well. What do you think went into that? How much of an influence that disparity have outcome?
I mean, I know they like to shoot threes. They have some really good three-point shooters. Just trying to make everybody uncomfortable as much as we can, you know, to kind of run them off the line and get them out of that comfort zone. So, you know, it was just our game plan, you know, running shooters off the line, making sure that they're getting, you know, feel good shots and, you know, keep them uncomfortable for the majority of the game.
Okay, now Joel.
Okay, go ahead, Philip.
Thanks. Terrence, you talked about how this team has grown throughout the course of the season. What does it say about this group that they were able to kind of sustain that punch that New Orleans put on you guys in the third quarter and then extend the lead back out? I think it was tied at 73. Guys went on an 8-0 run to kind of take control back of the game. What does that say about the way this team is kind of learning how to win and learning how to manage these games better?
We're just learning, you know. We're understanding time square situation, and we know what to do in these moments and down the stretch where we understand that teams are going to go on runs. Every team is going to make a run during the game. It's just about, you know, withstanding that, you know, staying solid, not getting, you know, too out of character, and just making sure that you do what you do to, you know, to make your team work. And, you know, for us, we just had to, you know, do the little things, man. You know, moving the ball, attacking, you know, shooting shots when we're open. So, you know, sometimes, you know, shots aren't always going to fall, but you have to give yourself that chance to step into a shot or, you know, have trust in your teammate that they're going to make the right play. And we did a lot of that tonight, and it paid off.
Kobe Price, Orlando Sentinel.
Hey, Terrence, when did it become clear, or did you realize that you and the bench unit would close out the game? And I guess what does it say about that unit that you guys, you know, Jamal trusted you guys in that situation?
I would say probably around got to like that 5-minute mark or the 6-minute mark. You kind of usually if the first unit doesn't come back in, you kind of get the feel that, you know, that you're going to be out there. And we were playing, you know, we were playing in rhythm. We were on a run and we were playing well. So I think, you know, Mo saw that and just kind of let us rock out. But yeah, man. I mean, it's good. It's good for our team. It's you know, good to know that we have faith in, you know, everybody 1 through 15 that we can go out there and close the game out and get it done.
All right. Thank you, Terrence.
Cool.